What have we learned over the last 24 hours regarding this title race?
We've learned that Liverpool are the favourites to win this title. Everybody, including myself, up until the Christmas period, up until the loss against Crystal Palace, I still thought that City were favourites. But now, I think it's swung the other way. I think Liverpool, it's theirs to lose now.
100% with Stevie. That's what we take away from this weekend. No question.
So how are they going to cope with that, Stephen? That's the thing, isn't it? That you know what this city's like. You know how desperate they are for their first title since what you played in 1990.
Yep.
Have they got the mental strength to cope with this? This seems to be the question now that's being asked.
I think they have, and I think that's because of the manager. This is absolutely the coach's job, to make sure if he even smells anybody thinking that it's over and done with, he's got to come down on them and give them the finger and give them the once over. This is absolutely down to Jurgen Klopp, because when Liverpool get on the field, they've shown, regardless of how good or how bad they're playing, they can win games. If they're at their best, they will cut teams apart. And when they're not at their best, and I don't think in this Arsenal game they were at their best, but they put so much pressure on Arsenal that Arsenal made mistakes, and they got the goals pretty much from mistakes that Arsenal made.
How do Liverpool go about their business over the second half of the season regarding ignoring all the noise?
It's tough to ignore. And listen, I've been in a similar position with Newcastle. We didn't have the experience of winning a league ourselves, and eventually it told. And no more so than our manager, Kevin Keegan. We've spoken about that time and time again in the 25 years since. But as Stevie says, this is in Jurgen Klopp and how he manages his team, how he manages day to day, how he manages if this team loses, if the gap gets smaller. Do you panic? Do you change things during week to week? Do you change training sessions? If the answer is no to all of those, and listen, okay, so we lose, you take that one each and you move on, this team can go on and win the title, no question. I also think going deep in the Champions League last season, though they didn't win it, proves to this team, to a man, that they are among Europe's best. And that they can go far and hold off challenges from almost anybody in world football. That being said, given the expectation within the city, it's hard to separate yourself from the expectation of the fans and what you're feeling on the field. Just keep things happy, keep things light-hearted. This team, without question, is talented enough to go on and complete the job.